Uh, Part of that question I can't comment on, is what I'd tell you. And then, because I'm not one to ever, you know, do that, but some of that was pretty tough. Um, I think one of them was very undisciplined. It was just, and it wasn't even a hit out of bounds. It was a little extra shove at the end that just completely, just that might be the only one we've had in 5 years like that. So that's a lack of discipline. Um, our standard's pretty high, I guess. The illegal chop block was, man, it was one of those deals that our running back actually was protecting the other side. He's trying to come back to the other side. They kind of got there simultaneously. You got to stay up high on our grass. And so we came through the hip. And that was a really costly penalty. So that one was tough. We only had one penalty on offense. So we played offensively, penalty-wise, they've been really good. I think probably the best year we've had. I mean, I think we're having maybe one a game. To be in that environment too and have no procedure penalties or anything like that was really good. Defensively, we've had, we grabbed a face mask one week, but the PIs have been the issue, and obviously those are subjective, but we got to be more disciplined there. We've had too many PIs, and that's something we're working hard on. So I don't know. I mean, I think we're playing undisciplined? No. I think we when it comes to penalties, no, I don't. I think we're not on the standard where we usually are, but we'll be there. It'll all equal out by the end of the season, and we need to be conscious of that. From an assignment standpoint, we're a young team in places, in critical places. Obviously, we have a new quarterback, and now we could have a new quarterback this week. That's always a challenge. Young offensive line, young secondary, and in those areas where we're young, we're making too many mistakes. You're going to have some of those things, and some of them are hard to avoid because we're pressuring less. And if you pressure less, we got to be able to play a little bit more coverage, and so we've blown some coverages, and that's hurt us. But last week, the ball wasn't thrown over the top of us. It was just coming up and tackling a hitch, and we were fundamentally unsound on that play, and really being very conservative as far as what we were doing. So. And then we left a guy uncovered on a tailback out of the backfield with a bandit safety, which is his progression. So there's things like that are things that where we're young, we're making young mistakes, and we need to eliminate those. And as you go, we're 4-1 after 5 weeks. So I think our guys are learning and getting better. And obviously it doesn't get when you're in the Pac-12. It's a battle every week. So the biggest thing for us is prepare and eliminate the errors that are happening in those areas where we're inexperienced.
You mentioned the quarterback situation. Is there any new light you can shed on that?
No, he's out of the boot and he's rehabbing, and we'll see how it goes. That we did get good news yesterday, and so I look for him to be back soon. Whether he can make it this week or not, I don't know.
You had mentioned all off season really that this was a really close competition anyway, so pretty confident if Brady has to step in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's not our first choice. I mean, our first choice is to have our starter, but I'm really confident in Brady. He's a great character, smart guy. The biggest thing is taking care of the football. That's the biggest thing we have to do. We have to accomplish. It's really 3 things to win in the Pac-12. Number 1, you got to take care of the football, and you got to get takeaways. And so we were -1 last week. And then secondly, you got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined with that, not getting penalties that are 15-yard penalties are the ones you cannot get, and we don't want any penalties. And then be disciplined in your assignments. And then third thing, you got to win the line of scrimmage. You got to be able to run the football and stop the run, and so in that order, that's what we have to be able to do. So having a new quarterback is a new person touching the ball. We just got to make sure we take care of the football. But I got all the confidence in the world in him. I mean, he's a guy that is prepared and worked hard, and I thought he did a nice job when he was in there. I mean, last week it took him a little bit, like what would anybody. But we didn't make first down third quarter, but he did do well in the fourth quarter, and did some good things. So if he winds up playing this week and Manny doesn't make it back, we've got confidence in him.
Coach, when you look at the video of how Manny's leg kind of bent in that injury, how shocked are you that he's able to be back on the field?
Yeah, I'll tell you, we were, Dr. Chabra and I were, when we looked at the tape, the way it got kind of hung underneath there, we thought it was going to be worse than it was. And really, I mean, we couldn't have gotten better news. So it's just a pain thing. And he's questionable for this week to doubtful. But we'll see. He's been improving every day, and we'll see how what he can tolerate.
How's Bryce Perkins holding up?
Good. He's healing up, and we're obviously treating and going to the doctor and doing everything we're supposed to be doing, and looking forward to hopefully his return.